Hello and welcome back to Realm of Thrones. We have a bit of a situation on our hands, obviously, as you saw in the previous episode. Hopefully you watched the previous episode. Otherwise, we have this guy over in the not-so-distant, well, over yonder, basically, on the horizon here, wanting to murder us rather heavily. Thankfully, he's not right on top of us right now, but he will be in literally just a couple of seconds, so very much hoping that we're going to be able to at least defeat Maria Blackmont and her party here. She has a pretty significant amount of horse archers. This is going to be a huge issue for us, because if this is indeed the... yeah, I was kind of expecting this kind of map. Now, this kind of map is going to be pretty harsh for us. I'm actually wondering, do you think we can actually do something really cool here? Because look at this. They have 128. 128 horse archers. That's pretty hilarious. Okay, well, there's not much I could do here apart from literally just wade in and try to deal as much damage as I possibly can. I will have to basically order my people around as much as I possibly can. So what I'm trying to do here is just inflict a couple of glancing blows and then basically pull my forces back and then charge back in once again. So I'm going to do that now. We're going to pull them back and then we're going to charge my forces in again and then rinse and repeat basically, and that's what we're going to do. And hopefully that's going to work out quite nicely for us, and I'm going to obviously try to do some damage in the meantime as well. Maybe we can do this. No, that guy's got a shield up. Nice. Oh, that was actually one of the enemy lords. That's perfect. Nice. Okay, yes. Very good so far. Very good. We are actually containing the enemy quite dramatically here. And the enemies, have you noticed where the enemy's archers and infantry are? They are 144 distance away. They are literally all the way up there. Do you see that? They're all the way up there. That is going to be completely useless for them. They're not going to be able to do anything right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to just move my infantry here. There we go. And we're just going to take our... Yeah, look at that. They actually retreated. That's hilarious. Okay, that's fine. That is absolutely fine. I am not really wanting them to attack super hardcore anyway. I basically just want them to... Well, they're going to come back, aren't they? They're probably going to come back. I mean, look at them. They are ready. They are so badly wanting to murder us. Nice, that was a good hit. Okay, so we're just going to tell my people to charge in once again, and we're going to do, once again, the same thing. We're going to do hit and run attacks. Just hit and run attacks over and over again. If we can actually make this work, I will be astounded, because so far we have taken very few casualties, and... well, that's pretty good, if I do say so myself. I'm actually very, very pleased about that. However, the enemy is going to try and skirmish with us, as you can see. They are very much trying to skirmish with us right now, and that means that they want to draw us into the enemy's archer line. That's what they want to do. So we just have to make sure that we don't get overwhelmed, we don't get overzealous, overeager, any of the other overs, and otherwise we should be fine then. I just need to do as much damage as I can to these horse archers here. Maybe I can actually eliminate some of them as well in the meantime. Yes, we're not doing too badly. I'm actually not taking any damage from these fellows either, because they're just focusing on shooting their bows, which is actually fantastic. That's really, really good for us. Why are my forces running in there? Are you absolute idiots? Yes, I think they are. Let's tell these guys to actually come over here and actually attempt to attack these fellows as well a little bit. And maybe we can do something with them. Yeah, nice, a little bit of 86 damage right there. I'm just basically trying to level up my one-handed skill as well, just trying to get that maxed out as soon as possible, because that is going to make this weapon into an absolute monster. I mean, more than it already is, because it's actually really, really good. As you can see, we're doing so much damage with this thing. No, I don't want to take too much damage here, thank you. Okay, so where are my horse archers? My horse archers are over there. I kind of want my horse archers to come back. I don't really want them to get too entrenched in the enemy's lines. That would be not so good. If I could just eliminate these guys, that would be very welcome. Can I? Can I please? Yes, this is... oh no, this is terrible. This is absolutely terrible. Oh, there we go. We got a kill. Finally. Oh, nice. 3 in a row. Oh, 4 in a row. Nice. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so fantastically enough, the enemy does seem to have completely just disregarded using their infantry and archers to any good semblance here. So basically they're just allowing their cavalry to die at this point, which is great. And I think we could probably just charge in now. Do you think? Do you think we can actually just charge in now? That's the thing. If we do this, it is actually going to mean that my forces will probably end up taking so many casualties, because these guys actually do good damage, as you can quite clearly tell. I don't have a shield, so me just charging in there was an absolutely foolish mistake, but it's fine, because I'm kind of hoping that my own forces will be able to achieve victory now. I'm pretty sure they should be able to achieve victory. If all they do is just charge, that's all I need them to do. As you can see, look at that. We're actually doing remarkably well right here, and I believe that is indeed a victory. We ended up losing only 14 units, which is really not that bad if you consider what we were facing at the first point here. 80 renown for us as well. 102 influence. Now, this is perfect. Okay, now I am obviously in command of my own faction, right? And I'm going to make peace with Dawn here. I'm pretty sure I'm going to make peace with Dawn. So I think the best thing for me to do is literally just to let these people go.
I yield.
And obviously, I mean, they don't really like me that much because I basically executed a huge amount of people. So, you know, obviously they don't really like that. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. Basically, what it comes down to is, do we want to, you know, continue fighting them? That's the question. Do we want to continue fighting them? Well, not really. So that's the reason why I kind of let them go. So what we're going to do, because we're obviously going to make peace with them in just a moment, because that's obviously the reason why we let them go, because otherwise we're going to be, you know, letting them go automatically anyway, you see? So that's the reason. Anyway, let's just see here. War mounts. Oh, very nice. Thank you. Okay, yeah, that's great. I'm actually thinking that I would like the experience instead of the money. So we're just going to donate all of that. Apparently, Eve really liked what we did there. I have no idea why Eve liked that for relation with her. Kind of a bit strange. I guess because we let all of those people go or something like that. I don't actually know. We do have some more level ups as well, which is, I guess, all right. And these fellows are coming at us right now. Okay, so Qohor is over there. Let's actually see what's going on. Okay, so Dawn actually owns this. That's the problem, okay. See, now, here's my main concern. If we decide to make peace with Dawn, we don't have to worry about Doran Martell. He is literally going to be right on top of us in just a moment. And he's got 1800. There is nothing in any way that I will be able to achieve victory here. Not in a million billion years. That's it. That's what it comes down to. I will not be able to do anything against him. And so basically what it comes down to now is me making peace with Dawn and then focusing on grinding Volantis. So basically, obviously, they have a bunch of vassals, they have a bunch of caravans all over the place. So if I can grind them, get a huge amount of policy, or not policy, well, yeah, policies. Obviously, we do want to get, you know, a load of policies and get a load of influence as a result of that. We're then going to be able to build ourselves up. And maybe from there, we'll be able to create some vassals as well. Or at the very least, we'll be able to create some parties. Maybe that would be a good idea. So what we're going to do is we're going to pay 4,800. I mean, here's the thing. We own one castle, which is hilarious. This is... this is one of those times where we're literally starting with basically nothing right here. And I'd love to be able to have taken this back. But he is wanting to attack me for some reason. Can he not come over here? No, he really badly wants to come over here, doesn't he? Yeah, he really does. Okay, so we're just going to make peace with them then. It's 4,800. That's fine. Just going to make peace. There you go. Done. And now... oh, we still have these fellows. Oh, well, that's a problem, isn't it? That is a huge issue. Right. Okay, I'm actually not entirely sure what is actually going to happen here. Can we... Wait a minute. Wait. Can we just run out here? I can't even see. Okay, question. Why can I not see what kinds of units he has from just mousing over him over here? I can see it from here. This is kind of weird. Alright, well, he has a bunch of camelry. What are camelry? Let me have a look. Alright, these things are not particularly powerful. So what we could do is we could sally out. Or we could break out. Sally out, I think, is probably the best thing we could do. And you can see here that we may indeed even end up winning this. But this guy is coming with massive, massive troops. So it's highly unlikely we're going to be able to do this. I guess I will attempt to sally out. And we'll just fight him in a really sneaky fashion, I guess. We'll just fight him in a really sneaky fashion. Let's see what we can do here. I mean, I have 52 cavalry. I have no idea how many he has. He has 98. Okay. That might be problematic, to say the least. I don't know whether we're going to be able to do this. But the last fight was pretty difficult as well, and we were able to achieve victory there. So I guess I can only hope that maybe we're going to be okay. Okay, I don't really want to get shot. So I'd appreciate that. Okay, yeah, just gotta be a little bit careful. Just gotta be a little bit careful here. Yeah, because the archers are going to be way too damaging for me right now. So, I mean, look, obviously, I'm wearing the lightest armor in the world, and I am, I'm at 50%. You know, I'm at 50% HP, so there's no way I'm going to be able to do anything, really. Okay, these fellows. Oh, yeah, we should probably just tell our people to charge in, shouldn't we? That would probably make sense. Yeah, so these Valantine camelry units, they're going to be really difficult for our forces to deal with, I think. Maybe. I mean, they're not actually that good, so technically we should be fine. You know, technically we should be murdering them by the bucket load. However, the problem is they have so many of them. That's the main concern here that I have. There we go, just eliminating them. And they're also very high up on their camels, so it makes it very difficult for people that are on regular horses to actually hit them, as you can see. So maybe we can actually do something here. Okay, so I'm just going to consolidate my forces once again here, just a little bit. And I'm just going to try to eliminate as many of them as possible. I mean, obviously that's the point. That's what we do want to do. But I want to make sure that we don't go too far into the enemy's lines, because they are just going to destroy us with all of their archers and everything. I mean, wait a minute. They have they only have 12. They only have 12 archers. Okay, that's actually pretty amazing. I think we should be fine then, all things considered, because I was actually thinking to myself, okay, they're going to have, you know, easily 60 plus archers or something like that, and that's definitely going to cause us some huge, huge headaches. But unfortunately for them, they don't have that many of them. So this should actually be a lot easier than anticipated. Okay, they're all losing their camels as well, so that's great. We're then able to very easily murder them. As you can see, they have some Valentine Master Archers. They got a bunch of these spearmen as well, and they most... Wait a minute, they have a lot of footmen as well, by the looks of things. So maybe it's actually not as bad as I thought. No, it seems like maybe it is a lot easier. Okay, never mind. Maybe we're going to be able to... No. I shouldn't get overconfident now. I should not get overconfident. What we should do is we should take the benefits that we have, you know, reaped from what we've just currently done, which is obviously, you know, winning these 2 battles, which was actually pretty amazing, despite being outnumbered pretty dramatically, actually. And, you know, just take that reward and then just run with it. That's basically what we should really do. But we are going to lose our center here, which is obviously not exactly great. Which I actually don't know. Does that mean that my faction gets eliminated? Because I've never actually had this happen. Or I think I've had this happen once, but I've forgotten exactly what happens when someone actually takes your fief after you establish a faction. It could very well be that it is going to be dissolved, you know? It could be that I am going to be eliminated. And in which case, well, that doesn't really matter too much, because if we can, we're just going to be attempting to dismantle the Valentines as much as we possibly can over time, because that's pretty much, well, that's pretty much the only thing we can really do. I mean, yeah, sure, we can try to prey upon some other factions, but the main concern is that every single garrison in Realm of Thrones is rather significant. And so when you, you know, when you try to take a town or a castle, most of the time you're going to be facing significant defenses. And that's the main issue. Anyway, another 65 influence for us. Very nice indeed. All right. That's kind of what we want as well. Like I said, that is literally what we want. Okay, so now here's the funny thing, okay? I'm actually going to be taking this guy prisoner, and I'm going to be executing him. I know. Usually I would be like, no, I'm not going to execute him just because of, you know, reasons. But I'm going to execute this guy for a very good reason. And that is literally just because he has a significant amount of renown, and I want to try to prevent him from having any way to really affect things for his faction. And that's it. Because he's the leader, as far as I'm aware, if I recall correctly. I could be maybe misremembering or something like that. But I'm going to take a look in just a second once it's done saving, and then we'll actually take a look and see whether that is indeed the case. I think it is. He is the Triarch and head. Yeah, I think yes, ruler of the Valante. Yeah, exactly. So he is the ruler. So in other words, I should just execute him straight up, shouldn't I? I should literally just execute him straight up, and that is what we're going to do. So let me actually just very quickly see what's going on here. Broken men. They become Bravosi units. Or maybe not. Maybe they don't. Oh, that's kind of weird. Oh well, never mind. Okay, so the best thing that we can do right now is literally get out of here. We are literally just going to get out of here, because here's the funny thing. I think we saw beforehand that we couldn't actually, because there's a bug currently going on where you can't actually make certain people, yes, as you can see, someone told me that this is actually a bug, and they have also experienced this particular problem. And apparently what happens is if you have a person that you want to call to your army, for example, let's say that I want to call, you know, Xander, for example, and there's that button there that says recall this companion to your party. You know the one that I'm talking about, right? If I, you know, if I select this guy, you can see there it is, recall this member to your party. If you select this, what's actually going to happen is when he actually reaches your party, the game isn't going to recognize that he's in your party. And so when you try to do something with them, like for example make them a governor, which is what I wanted to do with Xander, she's not going to appear in the menu. So yes, that's obviously a pretty big issue. Anyway, yeah, so Alios is coming at us right now. I'm kind of wondering, do you think we can... I'm gonna say no. I don't think we can actually do anything against these guys. We might be able to attack some of the vassals in the area, and I'm actually going to be instituting a policy or two, because let's face it, well, actually one policy, because it's going to cost me 75. So let's just see, what can I actually get here that is going to provide me with a significant benefit? I'm actually not entirely sure. I mean, I usually want loyalty as fast as I possibly can, but I'm actually thinking of getting Sacred Majesty right now, because that's going to provide me with 3 influence per day, which is absolutely insane. So that's kind of what I want to go for. Okay, so let's see exactly what happens here. So I'm actually losing 5,000 per day now, because I obviously have to pay the tribute to the Dornish, which is annoying, but I can't do much about that, can I? So I'm just going to wait here for some time and just try to get my forces back on their feet, and then we are going to go in and fight these fellows. I almost have 250 in one-handed. Okay, so this guy has... Oh yeah, I actually need to execute this fellow. I forgot. I almost forgot. Almost. He almost got away with his life right there. Anyway, there we go, and now let's fight this guy. Here we go. Alright, nice. So that's basically what we're going to do. My plan of action right now is to try and keep every every major faction, shall we say. So I'm talking about the Dornish here, talking about, you know, House Targaryen and so on and so forth. We want to try and keep them off our backs as much as we possibly can. And if that means paying some tribute, okay, you know, let's be a bit careful with that, because obviously in one of my other series, the Camel series, I was having huge problems because I made peace with so many factions at the same time, and it was basically bankrupting a lot of my vassals at that exact moment, which meant that they were unable to upgrade or even maintain any armies. So that's the huge issue there. So that means that we shouldn't really be making too many tributes at once, and instead we should just try to kind of focus our efforts on eliminating as many of the Valantine vassals as we can. If we can do that, that is then going to mean that I will be able to have hopefully relatively free reign in capturing some of their fiefs, and or we're just going to be able to farm a lot of influence and get a lot of renown in the process, level up our troops, able to capture a lot of really good higher tier prisoners and maybe convert them to our side in the process as well, and just generally try to get as powerful as we can. And that's actually something that, you know, maybe I should mention, because it's actually quite funny. The game is very much like that in many different ways. If you think about a classic RPG sort of style, and you think about the fact that sometimes you have to grind. You have to grind. And I'm not talking about doing sieges over and over or field battles or anything like that, but I'm just talking about increasing your character's stats, or increasing your character's level, or your troops level in this case as well, and or becoming just more powerful with renown or some kind of statistic that provides you with some benefit or another. Really makes a massive difference. And so we're getting some more influence right here, and obviously because I have instituted Sacred Majesty, we are also getting a pretty large amount of influence every single day. So yeah, we're just going to be taking this guy prisoner once again, and now this is where we are going to be taking some of these guys. Tiger Cloaks are some of the best archers in the game as far as I'm aware, so we're just going to be taking as many of these as I can get my hands on, and we'll try to persuade them to join us as fast as possible. And apart from that, I will be looking out for noble troops from my own castle as well, because obviously I just saved these fellows right here, so I might as well just get these Tiger Cloaks and actually have them join me. I'm not going to take the noble youths or anything like that. Should I? Okay, yeah, fine, I will. Why not? You know me. I'm usually not really wanting to take super low tier units, at least at this point, because we want to try to maximize as much as possible, but it's kind of necessary right now, isn't it? Anyway, there's this fellow over here. Did I execute this guy already? No. There we go. Okay, let's execute him. Alright, nice, that's it. Nice, very good. And now, okay, I'm actually kind of surprised that they haven't taken that yet. That's very strange. Alright, so we still have a little bit of an issue with my wounded troops right now, but I can't really do much about that. Okay, plus 50% damage against shields with one-handed weapons, and or plus 10% armor penetration with melee attacks, and a minus 20% recruitment cost of infantry. I'm actually going to be taking prestige right here, because plus 50% damage against shields with one-handed weapons I think is going to make a significant difference, and I personally feel like 10% armor penetration is not really going to do that much. And also the party limit is quite nice, so party limit, why not? Let's go for that. So let's just help these guys out, and we're going to be attacking Tharos right here. Now, he obviously only has 86, so this should be relatively simple for us. I have a bunch of archers now. It's very unheard of for me to have archers in this series so far, but we are definitely going to be using more of them, because we're going to be starting to incorporate the Valantine's unit into our own forces, of course. You know, that's what we can do. And I'm going to have to be very careful about these camels as well, because no doubt they have some significant damage available to them in the form of their lances. We really do not want to use my own speed against me, so let's just try and do some damage here. Very nice. Yes, yes, this is what we like. Okay, obviously, if we were to think about the 10% armor penetration, I'm still thinking about that perk choice, actually, because if I think about the 10% armor penetration, I'm thinking that, obviously, if you hit someone and they're not blocking, then that is a significant, well, a significantly better choice than the one I made, because obviously if they block, then obviously it's much better to have that 50% increased damage to shield. But if they don't block, well, I was just thinking that I'm most likely going to, well, probably kill them in that case, if they don't block. Because look at this, I'm doing around 100 damage every single time I hit, most of the time whenever I hit, in a decent fashion. So I don't think I really need more raw damage. I think I mostly need the ability to destroy shields. So that's the reason why I took that. But I'm still thinking maybe it was... No, I think the party limit size was also relatively good. So I think that's okay. I think that's alright. Okay, so we're just going to speed things up, and there you go. That is indeed a victory for us right there. And we basically lost no one, because, of course, these smaller battles where we outnumber the opponent, they really just cannot do anything against us. They really just don't have anything. Alright, so there's not going to be anything else that I'm going to be taking here. I'm not going to be taking the troops either, because, of course, as I said to you before, I basically just want to take as many noble tier troops as I can, and that's all I really need to take at the end of the day. We don't really need to go super hard on taking peasant troops or anything, even though peasant troops in this mod are actually not terrible. So you don't have to worry about them too much. Okay, so let's just level these guys up. Very nice indeed. They're all leveling up nicely. And we can also go in here and we can recruit some more nobles. Very nice. Okay. So, yes. So as you can see, the Valentines actually have a pretty significant amount of vassals that are not a part of... I'm just going to save real fast, just in case. Because I did actually have some crashes when I first started up the mod for some reason. I've not changed anything, so it's kind of weird. Anyway, the point is, it may very well be that them splitting their forces like this is going to be their downfall. But I can only hope that maybe they're just going to take... yeah, there we go. They're finally going into the castle there, which is pretty sad, to be honest. But, well... as you know, I'm not really going to be able to do too much about that. And let's just see. Is there anything else that I can get here that is actually going to provide me with something amazing? Let's have a look. Well, settlement loyalty is obviously great, but that is not going to help me right now. I need military achievements grant 20% more influence. Troop wages are increased by 10%. This might actually be something that I want to go for right now. It might be. It literally might be, because if I do take that, the ruler's party size being increased by 60%, that actually sounds fantastic. However, the problem with that is that I'm not even maxed out right now, so I'm kind of looking for things that are going to give me influence, mostly. Because if I can get a lot of influence, all clans whose leader has high charm gains 1 influence per day. That might actually be somewhat useful. Noble retinues is okay, but I don't think I have clan tier 5, do I? No, I'm clan tier 4, so that makes no difference. That makes no difference whatsoever. So it seems to me... yeah, we'll take this, because this literally is a benefit to basically everyone, and this doesn't matter. Influence cost of inviting lower tier clans to army are increased by 10%. That makes no difference whatsoever. If someone has a decent amount of influence, that's really not going to do much. I mean, I could have taken... where is it? Where is it? This one? This one here. 20% more influence. If I get 20% more influence from every single combat encounter, is that actually good? It might actually be better. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's see how it works. Let's see how it works. Maybe it's actually going to be awesome, or maybe it's going to be absolutely terrible. I mean, you can see here that my party expenses are pretty dramatic, but obviously I am having to spend about 5,000 myself, by the way, on the tribute. So that's obviously a pretty big issue. Anyway, plus 50% recruitment rate for ranged prisoners is what we want to go for here. Mainly because we want the Tiger Cloaks to join us just that much faster. And usually what I would do is I would take lead by example, because most of the time infantry is what you want to get, and you want to get the 10% increased shared experience for cavalry troops, which is obviously really, really good for us. But I'm going to take Trusted Commander here just purely because we are fighting the Valentines, and that's it. That's literally the only reason why I'm doing that. Anyway, let's just fight this guy. And I technically could just go in and fight him. Does he have a huge amount of... Oh, he's got a lot of elite warriors. Okay. I was going to go auto-resolve against him, but I'm thinking right now that, hey, you know what? It's probably going to be a better idea for us to just attack him like this. Because here's the thing. If we go into an auto-resolve and he manages to kill, I don't know, 10 of our units, which we would have otherwise avoided normally, then that's going to be a significant loss. And that's really bad. Especially being in a situation like we are in right now, where every single casualty that we suffer is actually a massive, massive drawback. And we don't want that. We do not want that. But these fellows actually have massive amounts of polearms. The Valentines are actually a really good faction. I gotta say, I have to give the mod creators props for the balancing in the game. And it's actually funny because obviously usually you're gonna, you know, if you play a mod, right? If you play a mod, you're not really expecting it to be super hardcore balanced. Not like a full development, right, of a game, because usually, you know, it's because modders are doing what they think is cool, and maybe they have preferences about you know, the various factions and so on and so forth, and so maybe they make a particular faction stronger than another one. Sometimes that happens. But from what I have seen in a lot of different mods, for Bannerlord at least, the balancing is so good. It's actually really surprising. And I'm not talking about all mods, of course, but I'm talking about you know, every single total conversion. Most of them, I say most, you know, because not all, but most of them are very well balanced in regards to troop quality and, you know, all that wonderful stuff. Because what I'm actually seeing right here is, I mean, just think about this. Think about the Valentines right now. You see them right now? They actually have these guys. And these fellows are absolutely perfect units to guard Tiger Cloaks. So, for example, if you were to create a Valentine character and just have a huge amount of these elite warriors alongside a bunch of Tiger Cloaks, you are literally just going to be untouchable. Most of the time, you're going to be untouchable because the Tiger Cloaks are going to kill everything before they even reach you. And if something does reach you, like, for example, some cavalry or whatever, well, don't worry, because then you've just got a bunch of those elite warriors that will literally just take care of any cavalry that you want them to. It's actually crazy. Oh, there you go. Eve is now pregnant once again, which is actually very nice for us. And these fellows are actually ganging up on the village, which is a bit weird. But okay. All right. But yeah, they were managing to take that. Okay, that's absolutely fine. We don't have a problem with that. And we are still actually in possession of our faction, so that's nice. Okay, so that means that I can actually go in here versus this guy. Maybe I can go in here versus this guy. Let me actually just see. Yes, I can. Okay, that's nice. Oh, these guys are actually not joining me right now for some reason. Okay, that's actually really, really good for me. Because otherwise we might have had some problems. Yes, it might have been a pretty huge issue. Anyway, this fellow, I didn't even look at and see what he actually has. Let me actually just have a look here. He has nothing. Wow, yeah, he has basically nothing at all. So my forces will literally just stampede right over him at this point. I mean, he's got some of these guys. He's got some camels and so on. But as we've seen, these fellows don't really do a huge amount. Oh, these fellows need to die though. I need to kill these. Hopefully Doctor's Oath is going to save them from me killing them. Oh, no, no, no. Don't get killed, sir. Don't get killed. Wow, that was a big hit. I'm actually surprised I didn't die from that. Oh no, wait, my helmet is actually the only thing that's good about my armor. So I guess that's the reason why. Because obviously we're using the noble default helmet, you know, the one that you recommended to me in the comments. Yeah, so I'm obviously using that one. And that obviously is thematically actually works. It works really, really nicely. And also it has good protection values. It's got 50 armor for me. And every single other piece of armor that I have on is basically just awful. So yeah, I probably would have died if I got hit on my arm or chest or anywhere else, basically. Okay, can we kill this guy? I would like to actually kill that guy. Oh, well, it seems like we're going to be achieving victory nevertheless. And there you go. There it is. Very nice and easy right there. We actually ended up losing one unit, but that is... Oh, wow. It was actually a Cowl's Guard as well, which is really, really bad. Losing a Cowl's Guard in this case... Oh, that is terrible. But there you go. Okay, we did get some influence as well. Let's get some more of these Tiger Cloaks. I actually need to... You know what I really need to do? I need to go off to some random place somewhere and just wait for a little bit of time, because I have so many prisoners that I could potentially get over onto our side. It would actually be really, really useful for us, actually. Anyway, I'm just going to leave all the loot for now because I want to level up my forces as soon as possible. We could also get rid of a lot of our loot to actually level them up faster if we wanted to do that, which might actually make sense. So let me actually just take a quick look here. We are going to move slower than these fellows for the moment. Let me see here. Do you think they're going to catch me? Do you think they're going to catch me? How many? I'm disorganized for 4 more hours. Oh, wait. One of them's giving up. 2 more hours. I think it's going to be too late. I don't think they're going to be able... Nope. You're not going to catch me now, sirs. There you go. All right. That's absolutely perfect. Now we can just level these guys up as well. How many of these fellas do I actually have, by the way? I don't have that many. No, I don't have that many, so I'm not really wanting to donate a huge amount of my my gear right now. I think we can probably do better. But these fellows, I'm not sure. Can we fight them? They have a load of archers. Yeah, they have massive amounts of archers. Actually, you know what? I feel like I might be able to achieve victory against these guys because they just have so many archers. I think that is probably going to be their downfall. But don't worry about that because I am actually going to be ending this episode off here. And we are going to be facing these fellows maybe in the next episode. I'm not entirely sure whether we'll do that or whether we'll just move on to this town and just sell some stuff and, you know, convert some prisoners and so on and so forth, and then maybe see what we can do about capturing something else. I'm not entirely sure what is looking particularly appetizing at the moment, but well, I guess we'll see. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.